Hey guys, it's Sam here, and I wanted to make a video today talking about England and what happened, because last night we drew with Germany 3-3. We were 2-0 down, we were then 3-2 up, and we ended up drawing the game 3-3, which means in our Nations League campaign, we didn't win a single game. We lost to Hungary twice, we lost to Italy, and we drew with Germany twice, and drew with Italy. So, out of 6 games, we didn't win any of them. And that is not great, especially considering those Nation League matches were our final games before the World Cup, and the next time England play will be the first game of the World Cup. And if they play like that, we can forget about winning the thing. We'll have to think about getting out of the group, because we are awful. The change from last year's European Championship campaign to this year, something went wrong in that time, and I don't know what it is, because the players are pretty much the same. The systems are pretty much the same. However, it seems like that defeat to Italy in the final did more damage than good. Because we should have won that final. You know, I spoke about this when it happened. We went 1-0 up very early on and then just sat back and defended. And we didn't ever really go for it. At that point, Italy's back line had at least a combined age of like 70. And that's just the centre backs, by the way. So, how we thought sitting back was going to work, I don't know. Because we scored so early, we should have just kept going. And there were times in that game where it just cried out for us to attack, and instead we defended, which was completely the wrong way of doing things, and it really seems to have dampened the spirits of everyone, and now even the fans who were united with Gareth Southgate now want him out, because he's too negative, he's too defensive, and he doesn't utilise the attacking options we have properly. The only thing is there currently a manager that would utilise our attacking options better? Depending on who would want the England job anyway. But I don't know. But things have to be done before November, because otherwise we're looking for another terrible World Cup campaign where we could be out in the group stage, because that's how poor we've been. And I don't know really what else can be done, because it doesn't seem like Gareth Southgate wants to change. He seems to want to stick with playing a very defensive formation. Even if he's playing 4 at the back, it's still very defensive. It doesn't seem right, and he sticks with the same players. Harry Maguire has been awful this season. He's been awful for about the last few years. The only person in the world that can't say Harry Maguire's shit is the manager that's in charge of England. He's the reason that we could fail. Because he plays the same players. He plays Harry Maguire. The man's not even playing for Man United at the minute, because even the Man United manager now can see, look, I gave him his chance, but he's shit. When we start him, we lose. When we don't start him, we win. Not a coincidence. You get shit out, you get good in, you win. But for some reason Gareth Southgate wants to stick with him. Against Germany last night, awful. Literally passed the ball straight to a Germany player, waited for the Germany player to knock the ball around him, and then kick him and give away a penalty. How are you a centre-back, the captain of Man United, and for some reason, the first name on the team sheet for England, and you can't even defend? It doesn't make sense. You've got a lot of centre-backs that are so much better than Harry Maguire. Yet he persists with Harry Maguire. Who knows? He's persisted with Sterling when he hasn't been great. He just seems to, pretty much no matter how they're playing, even for club or country, he has his favourite players that he likes to play. And he will play them, and it doesn't matter if they're in bad form or not, he will play them, because his wording on it, let's say, is that, well, he's not let England down. Has he not? Well, Harry Maguire has now. So you tell me, if he starts the first game of the World Cup and he's not even playing for Man United, and Gareth Southgate says he's not let England down, let's go back to the Germany game then, shall we? Because he did. Because he's shit. The reason we've said time and time again Harry Maguire hasn't been cut out for England is because he does play a very defensive line. And there are cover there. Good cover. But when England play, 9 times out of 10, we don't play good teams. Our World Cup or European Championship qualifiers, we always get teams like San Marino, Andorra, all these teams that are just happy to sit back. They just sit back, they don't care, they know they're not as good as us, and they know they're most likely going to get a peppering, so they just want to keep it as low as possible. And they just sit back and are just happy for England to have the ball, which against teams like that, fine, play Harry Maguire, because he's not going to be in any trouble. He doesn't have to do anything. When you're playing attacking teams like Italy, Germany, Spain, in the World Cup, you could play teams like Argentina, Brazil, France, we will get battered. Absolutely battered. We got battered by Hungary, a team we beat, I think it was 4 or 5-0, only a few months ago in the World Cup qualifiers. We beat them 4-0. I think it was 4, or was it 5? I think it's 4. 4-0. And we got battered 4-0. Because that day, Hungary decided they were going to attack us. And we decided we weren't going to do anything. The Nations League, it doesn't matter, because no one cares about the Nations League. It's a shitty tournament that was introduced basically to get rid of friendlies and make Nation League matches technically friendlies, but in a group formation, in a new tournament, that kind of means something, but no one really cares. We're relegated from the Nations League League A. Does anyone really care? No. What does that mean? Well, it means next time the Nations League happens, we'll be in League B, and we'll be playing easier teams. Who cares? They're basically just boring internationals that no one cares about. The only times anyone cares about internationals are for a World Cup and a Euros. And that's it. No one's really bothered. Because, well, just because it's England. A lot of the country doesn't really care about, or probably does care, just isn't connected with English football. At least national team anyway. And Gareth Southgate brought that back. He made people connected again. He made people fall in love with England again and watching England play. But he's fallen off. And he's disconnecting all the hard work of him getting people to enjoy watching England again is falling apart because of him. Because when he got us together, he didn't go up. He didn't play the attacking play. We have so much attacking talent, and he persists with defensive players. You know, he picked Trent to go in this international selection. Didn't play a single minute. I think Tomori as well didn't play a single minute. Why are you playing Harry Maguire when you have Tomori? Tomori is a miles better centre back than Harry Maguire. I think most people could see that, apart from the person that's in charge of England. It doesn't make sense. And the problem is, now there are no games. There are no games, there are no warm-up games until the World Cup starts. So everyone now has to play a lot of matches for their clubs, and halfway through a season travel to Qatar to play in a World Cup, and the English players are out of form. Even if they play well for their clubs, which a lot of them have been, when they put on the England shirt, they don't play well. And that is because of the manager. This, either the FA have to find a manager that will at least attack in the World Cup, or get Gareth Southgate to attack in the World Cup, or tell him he's sacked, or you let us have a failure of a World Cup campaign and then you get rid of him, and then you get a manager that will play attacking football, that can bring excitement back to watching England. Because watching England lately has been just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Well, I think that's everything. Don't think I can think of anything else to say about that. But yeah, something has to be done. Otherwise, we are not getting out of the group at the World Cup. Never mind win the thing. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.